Hey everybody, man. Hello today, man. Welcome to another edition of Crazy Clips, man. We're here at Tales from the Jails, man. Pirate Rooms USA, man. TNS is the media and the sponsor and the family, man. What's up, everybody, man? We here with Crazy Clips today, man. Some more stuff going on all over the world. Crazy stuff that we got to get into and stay away from. You know, these people out here, they make, I'm not even going to say mistakes. They do acts, right? Do acts of violence, acts of selling drugs, or whatever the case may be that land them in prison or dead. We're trying to stay far away from that, man. We're trying, not just the young, but the old and the middle age. We're all trying to stay far from that, man. So I got a couple clips, man, that we're going to sit here and we're going to try to break down and try to stay away from. First clip, man, what's the first clip we got right here, Gotti?
And new at 10, SLMPD says a 10-year-old boy is now charged with first-degree murder following a shooting that killed a 7-month-old girl in North St. Louis City yesterday. This new development comes as police say they're still in the early stages of the investigation. They believe the 10-year-old boy shot the baby. They also arrested a 19-year-old man on gun-related charges. Officers responded to the shooting off of North Broadway yesterday afternoon. The baby was rushed to the hospital, but later died. And this murder charge carries historic weight. Based on our research, this 10-year-old appears to be the youngest person ever charged with murder in Missouri history. Now, the youngest person we could find charged with first-degree murder was a 12-year-old boy in Kaiser, Missouri, which is 90 minutes north of Springfield. This happened in 2010. The 12-year-old was charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder after being accused of shooting his mother and stepfather in their mobile home. Until just 2 years ago, Missouri had no minimum age for charging a child with a serious felony, including murder. That changed in 2024 when state law set the minimum age at 12 for certifying a juvenile as an adult. Based on this law, the 10-year-old cannot be tried as an adult.
So, another sad situation, man. Here you have a 10-year-old boy that shot a 7-month-old baby girl. Death of a 10-year-old boy shot a 7-month-old baby. I say that again where it can sink into you to see, where you can see the heaviness of this. A 10-year-old boy. But they said that he's not going to be charged as an adult. So that's something for his part. But now you got to dig further. Where does a 10-year-old boy get a firearm from? A 10-year-old boy. I know there's a lot of, youth that's been out there in the street early because of, the structure of the family home is falling all the way apart. No father, no mother probably available. And, the boy is left to his own devices. But a 10-year-old boy shoots a 7-month-year-old baby. 7 months. 10 years. He's 10 years old. He shoots a 7-month-year-old baby. Not, I say year old, but 7-month-old baby. Do you hear that? That just sounds crazy, right? That don't even sound like, I'm up here telling the truth, but as you can see on the clip on the news in Missouri, that this actually happened, and they charged that man with first-degree murder. Now, again, they don't have in place the whereas though they charged him as an adult. You know what I'm saying? They just said that to you, they don't charge. So life for him would probably be, juvenile life. He get out 18, 21, but he's 10 years old. Then we got to talk about the traumatizing effects that's going to be with this boy for the rest of his life, of killing a 7-month-old baby. A 7-month-old baby. Like, I don't know if he did it by accident. I don't know if he thought this was like a cap gun like they used to sell back in the days, a little pop, pop, pop. But he shot this baby and killed it. They said they locked up a 19-year-old man along with this investigation and all that on firearm charges. Maybe he was the one that left firearms around for this 10-year-old to put his hands on. Maybe he was the one giving the firearms to the young boy and teaching him how. You don't know. That's all speculation. But you have what you do have as facts is a 10-year-old boy shot a 7-month-old baby, killed the baby, and a 19-year-old man arrested on gun-related charges. That's absolutely crazy. We got to get control. And then I want to step in and talk to the men personally. The men. Just because you got dick and balls don't mean you a man. A man is the one that stands on his rights and wrongs. He takes accountability for when he right, and he take accountability for when he wrong. And I'm asking the men, please, man, please. be more attentive of your kids, especially these sons, these little boys growing up in the inner city. Like, we got to be hands-on. Not to say, shout out to all the mothers out there raising their kids, man. Putting them in school, feeding them, clothing them, housing them, and doing a hell of a job, especially if you're doing it by yourself, man. I take my hat off to all you women, man. All you women. But at the end of the day, men, step up. It was all cool and dandy when you ain't had that condom on sliding in that yacht. You know what I'm saying? And you busting nuts and all that, and then you creating these kids. It's from us. Then we want to blame the kids. A kid is a sponge. You know how you put a sponge on some water? You ain't even got to mash down on the sponge for the water to start soaking into the sponge. You could just drop the sponge on water, and then the water will slurp up into that sponge. That's what a kid is. A kid is going to follow everything he see, right, wrong, weak, or strong. Like raising a kid, I'm not saying it's easy, but it's easy in the sense of implementing goodness in them. Or bad. We ain't gonna forget about the bad, because as you see, that he had to have been around some type of craziness going on in his life to know how to grab the gun and point it and fire it. That wasn't his first rodeo. And I ain't saying first rodeo is killing somebody, but I'm talking about holding a firearm. Now, this is his first rodeo. He ready to go to jail at 10 years old, man. The significance of this man going to jail for a homicide at 10 years old. And I keep repeating that, man, just to beat it into your brain, beat it into the audience brain. That's out of pocket, man. That's out of pocket. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you ask me, do I think he should go to jail 10 years old? He killed somebody. He got to get, some type of, discipline for that. But do he deserve life and all that? Nah. But then again, when you look on the other side, this baby ain't never coming back. This baby never coming back. That baby got life dead now. Life dead. For the rest of life, that baby, you'll never see that baby again. But on the other hand, you got a 10-year-old boy that's ready to go to spend his life in prison, a large amount of his life in prison. But I don't think he deserves life because it comes from his upbringing, man. We got to start holding these parents accountable, man. All the way accountable, man. All the way, man. I speak for myself first. My son out here, 10 and 11, doing wild shit, man. Well, come on, man. I ain't got no guidance over him. It's just sad. It's sad, man. Man, this joint got me ready to cry, man, because that boy, man, don't even know what he in for, man. Let's get to the next video, man.
Delighted to be here with Councilmember Ketsi Lozada, who told me we had a problem, and now that problem is locked up. His name is Kobe Ortiz, and he is charged with multiple counts having to do with the illegal providing or possession of firearms. This is a guy who's scaring everybody on the streets of Kensington, and the one who brought this to our attention was Councilmember Ketsi Lozada.
Thank you, D.A. Krasner. Thank you to the Gun Violence Task Force here at the District Attorney's Office. This evening, Kensington is a little safer because we have Mr. Asiles off of our streets. He thought it was okay to walk around in our community with an automatic weapon as if Kensington is a battlefield, right? Encouraging people to do things that were just unacceptable and inappropriate, and quite frankly, fearful for our community. And so I am extremely grateful for all of the work that everyone involved has done to ensure that this individual is no longer on our streets, and how quickly they responded to our concerns. Thank you.
Final message for you, Kobe, as you're getting ready to go to your bail hearing where we're going to be seeking some pretty high bail. I just want to say, Kobe, or Kobe, bye-bye.
Now, you see this guy right here. This is late that I'm talking about this. They locked him up a couple months ago, probably, when the summer or in the springtime or something like that. Right man, wrong plan. And when I say that, I mean you are living in a land where you have rules you have to be governed by. You can't just take your firearm or your rifle or knife and just be welding it or carrying it on open display in areas. They have open carry laws in certain cities, and I don't think Philadelphia is an open carry law, a state. Is Philadelphia open carry a city? Yeah, to my knowledge, I don't believe that Philadelphia is an open carry city. I believe Texas is. You can walk around with that thing out all day long. You have to live by the laws of the land. If not, move to goddamn Alaska somewhere, some remote area some destitute land and live your life. Live your life, carry all your firearms, grenades, bombs, and all that out in the open. But when you're living in society, in these cities that is governed by laws in place, this is what's going to happen to you if you try to start a revolt. It's like he's trying to start a revolt. He's trying to start a revolution. And I'm not saying that he's wrong, because he's not promoting violence and none of that, because I watched the clip of him and he was talking about how we have our rights to bear arms. Yes, we do. But it's how you do it. You're exceeding the explanation of our rights. Okay, yes, we can bear arms, but we can't be walking up and down Kensington Avenue, where it's one of the most craziest sections of the city of Philadelphia, with an assault rifle wrapped around you on open display. You can't. And you want to know how you can't? Look where he at. He in a hooscow. That's what we like to call it back in the day when we in jail and a nigga go to the hole, but like, where he going? He going to the hooscow. That hooscow is a place where you ain't trying to be, man. And guess what? I guarantee you, upon his release, he won't believe them beliefs that he made up in his head no more. He will be a law-abiding citizen, because evidently he ain't never been locked up before or nothing like that to own a rifle or a gun. You can't be a felon with that, so he wasn't no felon. This may be his first time that he went to prison. But he will have some straightener, and straightener was the prison. He went to jail. He went to jail for thinking that he can walk up and down Kensington promoting carry your guns, y'all. Carry them out. Don't listen to that, man. They're going to lock your ass up. You're going to jail. You're going to jail. And you see what Larry said? I call him Uncle Larry. Larry said, yeah, and we'll be there at your court hearing today posing for a high bail. I'm talking about they giving out $250,000 bills, $300,000. And in the city of Philadelphia, our bail is, you go up 10%. So if you got a $250,000 bill, your bail is $25,000 that you have to post to make that bill. $25,000. How many people out here in the streets of Philadelphia right now, citizens or even dope boys, this southern outlaws, got $25,000 right now? It's crunchy out this jump. $25,000? Come on, man. Now you got to sit if you can't make bail. Upon going to court dates and stuff like that, you done put yourself in a hole. I guarantee you he got some straightener right now. Super straightener. I ain't talking about that straightener for your hair either, that perm and none of that. I'm talking about straightener for life. You know what I mean? He won't be promoting this type of ludicrousness to the people no more, to go out there and carry their arms out and open. And it's just, no, you got to abide by the laws of the land you live in. If not, you will end up like him. And if you want to do so, go to a city or a state or a land that, gives consent for these acts. That's it. It ain't that hard. This ain't no algebra with a trigonometry multiplication. This is 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. This shit easy as cake grandma baked. Come on, man. Let's get to this next video, man.
Morris Anthony Davis, 48, was shot and killed by a Clay County Sheriff's deputy in Oakley, Florida, on Saturday, May 9th, 2026. According to law enforcement, Davis was armed with knives and became confrontational. But witnesses and community members are asking whether this situation required deadly force, especially if this was also a mental health crisis. That is why the video has caused so much concern.
Let's go over this, y'all. You got a situation, right? We're going to look at all the factors that we were presented. You got a situation where, as though you got a man that's hostile with multiple knives on him, right? That's what the police reports say. As you can see, the man laying on the ground, flashing a knife. He's wielding a knife above him as he's laying on the ground. And he has multiple officers surrounding him, talking to him, probably giving him orders to drop the weapon or whatever the case be. You know how cops go through their protocol, drop the weapon, drop the weapon. But as you can see clearly in this video, the man was laying on the ground. Fat boy. He ain't really got that much agility to him. No type of finesseful moves. Like he'll pop up off that ground and charge one of them real fast. This is what I see anyway. He looked like fat, obese, out of shape. And then they say he got a history of mental illness, right? And the police probably don't know of that. Or they probably do, but I'm going to go ahead and give them the grace of saying they didn't know that. Okay. But yet and still, you see the man is lying prone on the ground, waving his arm with a knife in his hand. The police have him surrounded, 2 to 3 police aiming tasers and firearms at him. And during this encounter, you see that an officer discharged his firearm 2 to 3 times, striking the man, killing him. My opinion, not y'all's mine, because y'all you can formulate your own. They out of pocket. They murdered that man. Them officers should be arrested. And it's just my opinion. That man was not in an aggressive manner rushing none of them. None of their lives was in danger to me. And y'all sit there and say, let's watch it again. Let's watch it again. Let's go back and watch it, because maybe I missed something. I might, because I'm a human. I make mistakes too. Play that back for me again, because I want to see if there was any type of imminent danger to any of the officers that was present on this scene today.
Morris Anthony Davis, 48, was shot and killed by a Clay County Sheriff's deputy in Oakley, Florida, on Saturday, May 9th, 2026. According to law enforcement, Davis was armed with knives and became confrontational. But witnesses and community members are asking whether this situation required deadly force, especially if this was also a mental health crisis. That is why the video has caused so much concern.
Y'all see what I see? It would look like a black officer firing at him too. That man fired 3 shots. 3. The first one, from what I could tell, the first shot that hit him, he went out. Not to say that shot was warranted, but the first shot put him unresponsive. You see him go out prone, not waving his hands or nothing no more. The second and third shot, was it really needed? Was the first shot really needed? That's the question that I'm formulating to the audience. I want y'all to be careful and mindful out here that these police will kill you dead in the street like a dog, man. Like a dog, you really ain't got to do much just to die. It's easy just like that, a split second just to die. The officer fired into that man 3 different times, when the first shot rendered him unable to do anything. From what I could see, unless I'm retarded. Y'all watching it with me. Maybe I seen something that y'all ain't seeing. But if y'all seeing the same thing and can't make the same assessment that I'm making, the opinion that I'm making, then you need to go ahead to a psychiatrist and check on yourself too. That was over excessive and out of pocket, and I think somebody should be locked up from that department, man. And that's just it, man. I don't even want to keep talking on that, because it's making me mad, man. It's making me mad. And in certain situations, yeah, officers got to do their job in the line of duty. Their lives is on the line every day that they out here protecting these cities of ours. Shout out to all the men in blue and black, man, the officers. I don't hate y'all. I don't disagree with y'all. Y'all got a hard job to do. I couldn't do that job, believe me. But I think that the officers that's getting hired need to be evaluated mentally, go through certain type of stints or training before they be employed to the streets to secure the streets of whatever city they work in. All right, man, I want to thank y'all, man, for tuning in, man, to Crazy Clips, man. Tune in for next week at Tales from the Jail's Crazy Clips, man. We out of here today.